Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Daily news and updates for 1st December 2025. Mumbai's property market reached an all-time high in November with 12,219 registrations, a 20% year-on-year increase. This surge, driven by end-user demand and infrastructure upgrades, boosted state revenue by 12% to Rs 1,038 crore. The market shows sustained momentum with a preference for larger, premium homes despite rising prices. Crisil has lifted its full-year GDP growth forecast to 7% from 6.5% after the economy expanded 8% in the first half, beating expectations. Chief economist Dharmakriti Joshi said real GDP grew 8.2% in the September quarter, though nominal growth was softer at 8.7% due to easing inflation. Crisil has lifted its full-year GDP growth forecast to 7% from 6.5% after the economy expanded 8% in the first half, beating expectations. Chief economist Dharmakriti Joshi said real GDP grew 8.2% in the September quarter, though nominal growth was softer at 8.7% due to easing inflation. Oyo's parent firm PRISM will hold an extraordinary general meeting on December 20th to seek shareholders' approval to raise up to Rs 6,650 crore through an initial public offering. The global travel tech platform has issued a notice to its shareholders informing them about the EGM and its agenda. According to the communication, shareholders will also vote on a bonus issue proposal to issue one fully paid equity share for every 19 existing equity shares, with December 5th, 2025 set as the record date for determining eligible shareholders. This follows PRISM's decision to revisit and unify its earlier bonus structure based on shareholder and investor feedback with the revised framework entailing equitable participation for all equity shareholders. The Reserve Bank of India on Friday issued 7 new master directions on digital banking channels authorization for regulated entities, including commercial banks and small finance banks. This is part of a massive exercise taken by the Reserve Bank of India to enhance clarity, ease of access, and reduce compliance burden for regulated entities, thereby supporting the broader objective of improving ease of doing business. The new directions on digital banking channels will be applicable from January 1st, 2026. India is eating out more. Spending at restaurants and eateries shows a 34% rise in unified payments interface transactions to 14 billion in the first half of financial year 26, up from 10.4 billion a year ago. The value of these payments rose to Rs 1.9 lakh crore from Rs 1.5 lakh crore in the same period, and small towns are equally caught up in this phenomenon. Restaurants are responding by moving the expansion beyond saturated metros in the heart of Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Bandhan Bank's nearly Rs 7,000 crore microfinance bad loan portfolio sale, one of the largest such sales by a private sector bank, has attracted significant interest from asset reconstruction companies. Industry insiders say that given the large number of accounts in the microfinance portfolio and the current stress in the sector, it could be a good buy for asset reconstruction companies at the right price. Typically, large microfinance portfolios are sold for less than 10 cents on the dollar, industry insiders said. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.